High five.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's Top 5.
All right, everybody. Here we go. Hit it. Number 5 on this list. Oh, my God. It's must-win territory. Quarterback returned last week after being on injured reserve, and everybody just chalked it up. They were going to win, certainly against a team from Arizona, coming all the way across the country in an early window game, and they lost. And Salty Tua returned, and now they're going up to Western New York to take on a Bills team that is essentially looking to print a playoff ticket as a division winner in the AFC East. The Bills would be up over the Dolphins at 7-2, the Dolphins 2-6. They'd be up by 4.5 games because guess what? Or 5.5 games because they'd have that tiebreak on them. They'd have swept them. Don't forget, he got concussed in that loss to the Bills in Week 2 to open up Thursday Night Football this year. Dolphins need it. They have to have it. It is one of those must-win games. They must return serve and return to winning form to go to 3-5 against a Bills team that's ready to just punch their ticket, as I mentioned, and print them up. Number 4 on this list, never would have thought I'd have this. Never. Certainly since, I'll be honest with you, having just spoken to Baker Mayfield last hour, I don't have either the Sunday or Monday Night Footballs on this list. Monday Night Football games on this list. I do not.
Oh.
I'm putting Broncos at Ravens on this list. Again, it's intriguing. That's the key word here, is what intrigues me. Can the Denver... Right now, the Broncos are higher register. Hey, listen. I mean, Bo Nix is playing pretty well for a rookie. I mean, I know we're all talking about Jaden Daniels. I know Caleb Williams doing right. I mean, Bo Nix is pretty well.
Same record.
You know, the Broncos right now, you gotta really give it up. Like, that's the way you're talking about the Denver Broncos right now. And they do, as you just pointed out, Chris, have the same record as the Baltimore Ravens at 5-3 because the Ravens just lost to Cleveland.
Ahead of them in the standings for the playoffs right now.
I mean, the Broncos are playing pretty well. To stop that, they win this game in Baltimore, and you'd be like, okay, the Broncos are 6-3, and the Ravens are 5-4. And if the Ravens go to 5-4, and the Steelers are sitting on their bye week, and then the Broncos might actually have a chance here to make the playoffs when the Ravens start winning again and the tiebreak is in Denver's back pocket. I think this is fascinating. How will Bo Nix fare against this Ravens defense looking to bounce back? And the Broncos would have the same record as the Texans. See what I mean? Number 3 on this list. I can't wait for this one. And I'm hoping the kid's healthy in Puka Nacua. Rams at Seahawks. When these teams face each other, it's just always on and cracking. And I know Pete Carroll had a lot to do with that. Chomping around, chewing gum. What did Jim Brockmeyer call him once upon a time, Pete Carroll? The world's oldest teenager.
Now that Dick Clark is no longer with us.
So don't forget that very important
caveat
or a piece of information. Yes, sir. And then the Rams can get back to 500 despite having an absolute mash unit on the offensive side of the ball. They'd be officially dug out of their 1-4 hole with 3 straight wins. And as you all know, the most valuable type of win in the National Football League, a road division win. That is the most valuable W you can have. A division win on the road against your opponent that has been up and down all year long. Is DK Metcalf going to play? We're assuming Puka Nacua will be okay based on all initial reports. Well, I guess all secondary reports. The initial reports were, can't wait. Stafford slinging it. Here we go. Number 2 on the list. How many times are your Cowboys going to have Last Chance Saloon here? I don't know if this is Last Chance Saloon, but Falcons would love to put the star pelt on the wall. At 6-3, certainly with Baker Mayfield and the Bucs in Kansas City the next night, and the Falcons having already swept the Bucs, this would really be a nice conference win too. And Dallas, you got to start winning games. I mean, if you want to have that storybook ending, the all-in season, all of this stuff,
Still alive.
Gotta win this
Can
one.
I quote Charles Barkley here,
Please?
Rich? I guarantee a Cowboys dub on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
That is out of character.
Oh. Why would you
Guarantee
Why
it.
would you do that?
Because
love
Kirk
it.
Cousins, I mean, I don't know.
Is balling.
You know.
If you believe it.
Number one.
Come see me on Monday.
Number one. I can't wait for this one. Detroit at Green Bay. Let's go.
That's why.
Last year, Lions in this game went into Green Bay and punked them. And everybody thought that's all she wrote for this division. Or they're the class of the division. They had just beaten Kansas City 2 weeks before. That was week 1. Week 4, they went into on a Thursday night short week and just dominated Green Bay. And then all of a sudden, Thanksgiving Day, guess who came in and returned the favor as they started putting together some significant wins and turned into one of those young teams that didn't know what they shouldn't know? Green Bay. I think this is going to be, certainly if Jordan Love is as good as as advertised and as expected, this is going to be a rivalry for some time. Dan Campbell, you could say a Coach of the Year candidate, or if not a front runner. Matt LaFleur, a Coach of the Year candidate nobody ever talks about as such. Let's go.
We're going to have a great day today.
And this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, is this the Brady game, if you will? Pardon me. Yeah, it is. It is Kevin Burkhardt and Brady and everybody showing up.
No, this is CBS.
Oh, CBS? Oh, it's CBS. Oh,
Yeah,
it's Nancy Romo.
That's Nancy Romo.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim. Here we go.
Here we go, Jim.
Romo had a good one last week where he circled a guy. He said, this is going to be a run play. You know how I know? He circled a guy saying, this guy just ran out on the field and doesn't know the play. It's going to be a run. And it was a run. And that was a great game they called last week.
That's funny.
Oh, pardon me, it is the Brady game. Anyway, Romo had a good game last week. It is the Brady game on Fox.
You think we need one
Why
more?
not?
All right, we'll get one more.
Okay, here we go.
One more. Oh, my goodness.
Here we go. You
What could
ready?
it be?
I got many different ways you can go one more on this one. Obviously Washington and the Giants is significant for Washington. The Giants, this is a last chance saloon game for them. I could have gone the Sunday night game, the Monday night game. I didn't. Go in. We got the, you don't have the drop? Okay, I should go beforehand. No problem. Bears and Cardinals, everybody.
Oh,
This is the Dennis Green, very famous
let's
game.
crown him.
Let's go. The Bears licking their wounds from the Hail Mary that beat them. They would have been 5-2 coming in this game, and the Cardinals are in first place in the NFC West, the so-called toughest division in football. At least when I say so-called, you're the Chris. It's gonna be
Everybody
fun.
has a chance for first.
It's going to be fun. The Cardinals' offense has been a fun offense to watch. The Bears had a great fourth quarter in Washington and were set to win that one. Caleb versus Kyler, another Heisman Trophy matchup for this guy, 2 weeks in a row. And I can't wait. First overall picks,
Yep.
Heisman Trophy candidates and winners as well. That's the winner.
Two of the best receivers in the class.
The Bears and the Cardinals.
It's going to be
Very
fun.
good. Okay. The famous Dennis Green game. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.